The rise of one of YouTube's greatest pranksters, Niko Omilana. Hailing from the UK, Niko has made a name for himself by pulling off some of the most daring and hilarious pranks on his channel. But Niko's not just a one-man show, he's also the founder and leader of the NDL movement and a member of the Beta Squad, a group of fellow YouTubers who collaborate on some of the craziest stunts you'll ever see. Recently, he faced off against America's biggest menace, Gideon, in a series of dares to determine who would emerge as the true king of the pranksters. The stakes were high as both pranksters went head-to-head, determined to come out on top and be crowned the biggest menace on YouTube. So, how did Niko fare against Gideon? Let's dive into his rise to fame and find out how he defeated Gideon and won the biggest menace series on the other side of the pond. His journey as a YouTuber started at a young age of 13 when he created his channel on June 21, 2011. Initially, he made videos about FIFA and skits with fellow YouTuber Johnny Carey. Later on, he collaborated with Reeve in a video titled Becoming a YouTube Sensation. However, it was his fake employee prank series that became the most popular on his channel. His pranks are meticulously planned and well-researched, requiring a high level of confidence to pull off successfully. These pranks involve Niko posing as an employee in various establishments, such as McDonald's, Apple, Subway, Asda, IKEA, and Tesco, among others. Not content with simply confining his pranks to the UK, Niko has also brought his comedic skills to stores in Sweden, Ireland, and the US. Back on August 15, 2018, Niko Omilana made headlines when he successfully snuck into the highly anticipated KSI vs. Logan Paul boxing match. With a daring and bold move, he managed to get into the ring and conducted prank interviews with some of the biggest names in the boxing and YouTube world, including Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and Shannon Briggs. The video of his hilarious interviews quickly went viral and earned him the respect of fellow YouTubers all over the world. A year later, on November 9, 2019, he attempted to repeat his success by sneaking into the KSI vs. Logan Paul boxing rematch. However, this time he was caught by security guards and kicked out of the ring. Despite this setback, his previous stunts had already cemented his reputation as one of the most daring and successful pranksters on YouTube. His success on YouTube continued as he collaborated with other famous YouTubers, such as Chunks, Sharky, King Kenny TV, AJ Shabil, and The Zach and Jay Show. He even pranked the Sidemen group in their Sidemen Dragon's Den video with Zerka, where he had to eat spicy chilies. In early 2019, he founded the Beta Squad with Chunks, Sharky, AJ Shabil, and Kenny. He reached a significant milestone in his career on August 26, 2019, when he acquired 1 million subscribers on his channel. He also participated as a contestant in the Sidemen's The Wheel Sidemen edition on June 27, 2021. Although he claimed to have good knowledge of science, he chose YouTube as his first topic and needed Vic's help to answer correctly. He later chose memes twice, with Josh and KSI as the experts, but made the wrong choices both times despite being corrected by the experts. He finally acknowledged that he was sabotaging his own success, stating that, "I'm just stupid." He did receive $10K from Calix, but unfortunately never made it back up on the wheel. Although his pranks are made for entertainment purposes, he came dangerously close to becoming the mayor of London. In March 2021, he made a surprising announcement that he would be running for the 2021 London mayoral elections. He kicked off his campaign on 4th April and quickly made headlines on 19th April when he famously told the then current Prime Minister Boris Johnson to shush. But that was just the beginning of his unconventional campaign tactics. On 24th April, he opened a unique 5-star restaurant on a bus, which garnered attention from both fans and critics alike. And on 6th May, he released a satirical manifesto advocating for a free public transport under 18s and over 69s, as well as a 6.9% increase in the minimum wage, a nod to the sexual position 69. Despite his unconventional approach, he managed to secure 2% of the votes in the mayoral elections, placing him in 5th place. When asked about his motivations for running, he simply replied that he did it for the vibes, in a quick interview with BBC News. Well, it seems his most popular pranking genres are sneaking into the boxing ring at major YouTube boxing matches. His repeated success in this endeavor has earned him the respect and admiration of YouTubers all over the globe. In fact, before the biggest Menace series, he donned a giant bottle costume that resembled KSI's Prime beverage to sneak into the DAZN KSI 2 Fights one-night boxing event, which was one of the largest events of its kind. Niko Omilana and Gideon's rivalry began when they both pulled off the same prank on a KKK leader, which ultimately led to their first encounter. The two pranksters announced on March 21, 2023 that they would release a series called The Biggest Menace, where they would challenge each other to see who was the ultimate menace. On March 26th, he released the first part of the series, We Pranked the Mona Lisa, where he challenged Gideon to hang a clapped Lisa in the Louvre in Paris. Gideon succeeded after 2 attempts, but was arrested by the French police and detained for a day, exceeding Niko's expectations. The second part of the series, titled I Got Attacked by a Heavyweight Champion, was also released on Niko's channel. This time, he took on Gideon's challenge to be a food delivery driver and prank customers by eating their food. However, he was in for a surprise when the last customer turned out to be Shannon Briggs, who had a beef with him. In the third part of the series, titled We Pranked a Professional Golf Tournament, Gideon challenged Niko to prank Rory McIlroy at the PGA Tour, one of the most important tournaments for golfers. Niko had to put the ball in the hole before Rory, using a remote control ball. There were 4 other pranks organized by each other to make them fold the competition. These included Gideon having to act as if he turned white in front of his own community, Niko giving a speech on why incest should be legal in front of an audience, Gideon acting as an Indian batsman and running through security at the India vs. England test match, and the final challenge given by Gideon to Niko to sneak into a WWE match and do Steve Austin's famous signature step. It was the final chance for Gideon to make Niko fold, but Niko completed the challenge successfully. Neither of them had folded until the final challenge given by Niko to Gideon. On April 28th, We Ruined an Award Show was uploaded. The prank involved a fake award show called Song, Music, and Dance Awards, or SMD, or Suck My Dick, with actors involved in order to play with Gideon's empathy. The folding came when Gideon would have to announce who would win the acoustic award from 4 names. The one in bold when said would make him fold, and if he said the other 3 would make him cry, considering he was obligated to read the other names. The finale ended with Gideon reading out the name in bold as the acoustic winner, resulting in Gideon folding and Niko winning the biggest menace. From sneaking into rings to leading the NDL movement and being a member of the Beta Squad, he has earned his place among the greatest pranksters on YouTube. His recent victory against Gideon in the Biggest Menace series was the culmination of their rivalry and showcased Niko's prankster skills at their best. As he continues to push the boundaries of pranking, we can expect more outrageous and hilarious content from him in the future.